Oh, yes.
Indians are dominant. If you look at Fortune 500 companies, Indians run many. A disproportionately large amount of companies are run by Indian entrepreneurs. The average Indian household has the number one income, the highest income in the United States, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, in France, and Italy, and Germany.
Welcome to today's episode, where we sit down with Romel Dhalla from the Indo-Canadian Business Association. From the growing wave of Indian migration to Canada, to the incredible wealth Indians are creating across the globe, Romel shares powerful insights on success, community, and giving back. This conversation dives into how entrepreneurship and cultural roots come together to shape not just business, but a legacy. Stay tuned. This is one you won't want to miss.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another epic episode of On Air with Priyanka. Today we have a truly special guest with us. You know what? He's not only the successful entrepreneur, but he is the founder of Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association. Yes, enjoy this episode. But before that, you know what? He is well-known for his professionalism, vision and dedication. And in this episode, we are going to cover all the topic of Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association. So enjoy this episode. But before that, please welcome the Mr. Romel Dhalla on Air with Priyanka. Hi Romel, good evening and welcome to the On Air with Priyanka show. How are you?
I'm great, Bianca. Thank you for hosting me. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Yes, thank you so much. You know what? Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to come sit in front of you and taking this podcast with you.
Yeah, no, I'm privileged to be here. It's a great honor, and I'm happy that we're able to do this podcast to reach members of the Indian diaspora that watch your podcast. So I'm excited to talk about these things today.
Absolutely, Romel. So Romel, I know you. I know your work. But for my viewers, there will be a small introduction they want from your side. So I want to start this podcast with your introduction and your little bit your background.
Yeah, sure. Well, I was born and raised in Winnipeg, and I guess throughout my life, I've had the opportunity to really be involved with the Indian community. My parents were very involved with the Indian community in building it here in Winnipeg and elsewhere. And as a young adult, I was involved with a lot of charitable organizations. I had the opportunity to serve on the campaign cabinet for the Human Rights Museum.
Oh, nice.
And various other organizations where I received the best mentorship you could ask for. And I was able to get involved with great organizations like the University of Manitoba, St. Boniface Hospital, Cancer Care, Special Olympics, all kinds of great organizations. So I've really had a deep background in philanthropy and within the Indian community. I initially started with an organization called the Network of Indian Professionals.
That's so nice.
I founded the first chapter here in Winnipeg back in 2002 and went on to become the vice president finance for the North American organization, at the time overseeing 35 U.S. cities and Winnipeg and Toronto. And Ottawa actually joined us later. So I've had a lot of experience with networking on a international stage, I suppose you could say, with the U.S. included. Within the Indian community, I derived a lot of benefit from that. And it's always been a major part of who I am in terms of giving back to the community as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Romel, as I said, you are a truly special guest in this episode. But honestly, thank you so much for giving this introduction for my viewers and for our Canadian people as well.
Sure.
So in this podcast, we are actually going to cover the topic of Indo-Canada Business, Professional and Association.
Yeah.
So I want to start with a foundation and purpose.
Sure.
So Romel, what was the vision behind to start this Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association?
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes back a long ways. So after the Network of Indian Professionals, an MLA, a local MLA here named Boujee Restaurant had approached me and said, we're trying to set up as a community a chamber of commerce for Indian diaspora. And the community was having trouble coordinating itself. So at the time, I was going back and forth for business in Toronto. And I had the opportunity to meet some really, really great business leaders of Indian origin in Toronto, including the Canadian CEO of ICICI Bank, Harry Pandey. And at the time when Sears was a big company, the vice president for Sears, Ajit Khanna, who ran their Canadian operation, both these individuals were people who were beyond reproach. They're highly in tune with the community, and they were champions of an organization called the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. So taking their advice, I came back to Winnipeg, and with the support of a major Canadian financial institution, we launched the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce here in Winnipeg. And with Dr. Digvir Jayesh, who is now the president of Lethbridge University. At the time, he was vice president external at University of Manitoba. We started the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, and over the decades, I've had the opportunity of hosting 8 different Indian high commissioners or ambassadors, several Indian delegations that have come to Canada and supported a delegation that went to India for business purposes, all working with numerous organizations, the Winnipeg Chamber of Commerce, the World Trade Center, etc. After COVID came, obviously society closed up. And, there was a real problem that came around the world. And, every city around the world faced the same problems. Migration, crime, drugs were out of control. And, as we were discussing prior to the podcast, mental health has become such a major issue around the world. And, you go to any major city, you will find...
Everything was locked down that time. People are literally stuck where they are.
Absolutely. So, these are the major common issues that you can see in any city. And, when you look at the Indian diaspora in Canada, we exploded in terms of numbers. Many, many, many immigrants from India came here, specifically from Punjab. And, for better or for worse, when a large migrant community comes into any country, there's going to be challenges. So my mentors had educated me about their experiences in the past. So with the Irish community, with the Italian community, with the Jewish community, all when they came here in waves, and they faced similar challenges to what the Indian community is facing today. There is a high degree of discrimination. There's a high degree of lack of understanding and appreciation. But equally, the Indian diaspora has come here, and there are not enough opportunities for the Indian diaspora to plug into existing community organizations and to assimilate themselves. English is a barrier. There's cultural barriers. There's all kinds of barriers. But the Indian diaspora that has existed here for a longer period, they have done well. Indians on a global basis have done very well in business, academia, medicine, you name the field. Indians are dominant. If you look at Fortune 500 companies, Indians run many, a disproportionately large amount of companies are run by Indian entrepreneurs and business leaders. And so if you look at the statistics, Priyanka, the average Indian household has the number one income, the highest income in the United States, in Canada, in the United Kingdom, in France, and Italy, and Germany. So Indians are making the most money per capita household income pretty much in the Western world.
Absolutely.
The issue that I really started to understand was the breakdown between, the wealthy Indians and those that are really, not doing well. And
Middle class family.
well, not even the middle class, the immigrant families too,
Immigrant
right?
family, yeah, because they are going to start their
Right.
career from scratch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, what do the immigrant families from India depend on? They depend on all the social services that our government provides. They depend on the charities that exist.
Yep.
And those charities really depend on the goodwill of the citizens that make up our community.
Yes.
And so the reason why the Indo-Canada Business Professional Association exists, the overarching reason,
Yep.
is because I feel very strongly that members of the Indian diaspora have a responsibility
Yep.
to give back more to the community. I was looking at trying to find statistics in terms of giving, and there is an organization called In Diaspora, but the numbers are very old. They're from the U.S., but what they found was that Indians are, on a percentage basis of their income, some of the they are the lowest, on the
Yep.
totem pole with respect to
Yep.
giving
Yep.
to charity.
Charity.
And, we have to understand why. Why do Indians not give to the same level as the members of the Jewish community, of the Italian community, of the Anglo-Saxon, of the communities that have existed in Canada for a long time?
Yep.
We're doing so well.
Mm-hmm.
We're making a lot of money.
Yep.
Wealth is being passed on by generation. We have the capacity to give.
Yep.
So the Indo-Canada Business Professional Association now provides a platform
Mm-hmm.
where we can educate and provide literacy around philanthropy.
Okay.
How can we give? What are the strategies of giving? What are the opportunities? How should we coordinate ourselves as a community
Yep.
so that we give back?
Right.
And where should we give back?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
that was one of the main reasons. The other reasons behind the Indo-Canada Business Professional Association existing include just providing a network, a forum for networking members of the diaspora.
Yep.
There aren't many organizations that specifically target people in the business community and the professions
Yep.
to come together and meet each other.
Yep.
So that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is that we need to recognize the outstanding contributions
Mm-hmm.
that members of the Indian diaspora provide to the general community at
Yep.
large.
Yep.
And, there are so many outstanding leaders in our community that deserve recognition. So we want to provide a
Absolutely.
platform for that too.
Absolutely. And I can say, Romel, you are doing a fantastic thing. I really like the word giving back to the community from where we actually born.
Mhm.
Yes, it's just like the gratitude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially people in my peer group,
Mm-hmm.
in my cohort,
Mm-hmm.
meaning Indians who were born here.
Yes.
We've done well. We've done very, very well.
Yeah.
And as a community,
Yeah.
and I think that it's incumbent upon us to now really, we have to step up.
Yep.
Our parents have aged out. They're retired.
Yes.
I think it's time for us to now really step into the roles
Yeah.
where we take leadership positions in community organizations,
Absolutely.
and we have the responsibility to give back
Mhm.
to this country
Yeah.
that has provided so much
Yeah.
and so much opportunity,
Mhm.
so much privilege for members of our community. We have to give back.
Yeah.
So I think that, I'm on a real mission
Mm-hmm.
to help educate people from our community
Yep.
on how they can do that.
Absolutely. And you will. Honestly, Romel, what a vision behind this. What a vision. And as I said, like giving back to the community, it's just like a gratitude. So whenever we are doing this kind of like work, right? It is of course impact on our community. So my next question is, how does this association, Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association, support all the local professional vendor or the new entrepreneurs, especially in Manitoba?
Yeah, well, there's a number of ways that it supports. Just like any other business chamber, it's about networking and opportunity and really provides a forum for people to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And when you build relationships, oftentimes those relationships expand into opportunities to conduct business with each other.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I think it's just a matter of awareness. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's a lot of people watching your podcast that couldn't name the businesses that I'm involved with, and maybe, and because there are several. But I think that I also need to meet Indian business owners, and in fact, one of our mandates is to try to support Indian business owners by having them come on board as sponsors so that they can advertise themselves throughout the Indian diaspora that we're engaged with. So we try our best to engage with Indian business owners so that we can give them the exposure that I think that might benefit their businesses.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect. I think the other aspect is, again, going back to, philanthropic strategies, it provides an opportunity for Indian business owners to engage with the various charities that we're involved with. And getting engaged with charity isn't just simply writing a check and getting some kind of tax credit back. There is an opportunity to really show the community that you care. And, there's a lot of data out there that says people and consumers, generally speaking, are more supportive of businesses that give back directly to their community. And I'll highlight an individual who I think is truly outstanding in Ash Moda and the whole Moda family with Mondetta and all of their different businesses and how much they give back. Well, they're launching a retail store, modern apparel. And, I'm excited to go and support that.
Absolutely.
Because the Mondetta company and the Moda family have been such prolific donors, champions of our community, champions of the philanthropic community in Manitoba, and they give. And I'm excited to go support their business.
Yeah.
So those are the kind of platforms we want to provide for other Indian-owned businesses where they can come in and they can say, you know what, we're supporting Cancer Care, Special Olympics, University of Manitoba, the Children's Hospital Foundation, which is our present charity for our upcoming event. So I think there's a lot there. The third aspect is that we want to create linkages for new Canadians who want to come in and join our network to meet business owners and look at potential cross-pollination, finding opportunities for employment. You never know who you can meet at one of our events. So I think that there's a great opportunity within the Indian diaspora, especially the ones that have come over. They have a tremendous amount of skill. And for better or for worse, a lot of companies don't see that skill on the surface, right? So Indian immigrants face a lot of barriers to employment. And I think that what we can do is, we can provide greater opportunities for new Indian immigrants, newcomers to Canada, to find employment opportunities through our networking, but also for business owners to find great, technically competent and highly intelligent, highly skilled Indians that may not otherwise have been employed fully in what they were educated in, and to grab those people. And, there's several individuals that I can think of off the top of my head that I have personally hired in my own businesses that were not getting the attention from major commercial enterprises in Manitoba. For better or for worse, it happens. There are language barriers, there are cultural barriers. And so, when we can provide an opportunity to hire members of the diaspora that have come over from India, we can help them. We can help them get a start. We can help them acclimatize. We can help them, give them the financial security that they need so that they can grow and develop and become more productive people in our society. So I think we have a responsibility as business owners to do that. So those are the areas I think we can have major impact on our community and how we can help business owners. And that's why I think they should be very interested in supporting our organization.
Wow, that's amazing. You know what, Romil? That's actually my viewers want to learn about all these because see, business is not like that you can start from scratch, right? You need a team, you need a product, you need a mindset, and the most important thing, you need a team with a sponsor or the investor
Yeah.
because nobody have that much of money to invest in the business
Yeah.
from scratch.
Very true.
Right. So as I said that this is a very nice impact on our community because in Canada, we have a diverse community here, different culture, different languages, and the people as well.
Yeah.
So this is regarding our impact on the communities. But if we already talk about the networking and the opportunities. But as I say, like when you are jump into the business, you meet a lot of people every single day, right? And there is of course opportunity to meet with everyday new people, new team member, investor, professionals, right? So what kind of opportunities do members gain through this Indo-Canada Business Professional and Association?
Yeah. Well, Priyanka, great question. I think, I want to address a couple of things. One, this is not a membership-based organization.
Okay.
So our goal is to find the sponsorship money available so that we can make our events as open as possible.
Yes.
In this case, we have a ticket price only because the ticket supports a charity, right?
Okay.
So we're giving money to a local charity anyway. I think some of the opportunities with networking I've discussed before in terms of opportunities for business owners to expand their brand, find other customers, and to find potential employees.
Absolutely.
But a major aspect of it, Priyanka, and this is something that's really important to me over a long-term period, is that the remnants of the former network of Indian professionals, that association that I was a part of, that spanned North America, and the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce that spanned, of course, most centers in Canada, there's an opportunity for our community to build something truly global.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I've been talking to Indian professionals I've been connected with around the world for decades, from Miami, Los Angeles, Chicago, Vancouver, Toronto, you name it, everywhere.
Okay.
And there is a desire to build a global institution for business owners and professionals to come together and do this kind of work, but on a global basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so the longer term vision is that we want to establish similar organizations in other cities across Canada. That's stage one. And then the larger stage two will be United States.
Okay.
And stage three will be globally. I've had the opportunity to go to London, UK, and I've had an opportunity to network with the Indian diaspora there. I've met incredible Indians like the Hinduja brothers, who are the wealthiest Indians in the UK.
Yes.
I met Lakshmi Mittal,
Oh, wow.
who was in the UK. Now he's left. But, the UK has so many opportunities. I can only imagine what other opportunities there are for Indians in the rest of Europe and around the world.
Yeah.
There are Indians everywhere.
Everywhere.
And like I said, we're doing well.
Yeah.
So I think there has to be a forum where on a global basis, we can network. And that is something we want to build towards.
My viewers, if you're watching this podcast, please note it down. Please take a paper and pen because this is something new on your way, okay? So Romel, we already talked about the networking and opportunity, impact on community. But you know what? Before coming to meet with you, I did some homework. And in that homework, we found out that the same beautiful ambience, we are sitting here at Boujee Restaurant, correct me if I wrong pronounce it, that there is a upcoming October 10th, there is a pre-launch event of Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association. So do you want to share the details about that?
Yes, absolutely. Once again, thank you so much, Priyanka, for having me here and for giving me the opportunity to discuss our organization, its mission and mandate with you and your viewership. I'm also grateful that we have an opportunity to meet here at Boujee, which is run by Kanish Sood, who's done a great job for us, and we're looking forward to having our event here at this location. our mission, again, is to provide a forum for networking, philanthropic engagement, and to recognize outstanding professionals. And so this event is built around that. So this is going to be an atmosphere where it'll be a mixer for people to get to know each other. It's going to be casual, but, hopefully a little bit on the dressier side because it is a professional event.
Of course.
So we're looking forward to bringing people together, for people to meet each other and see new faces, meet new people, and engage like I've discussed. Secondly, and very importantly, this is a charity fundraiser.
Yeah.
Nobody in the Indo-Canada Business and Professional Association is a paid employee. We don't retain any profits. We're a not-for-profit organization.
Okay.
Our sponsors are getting the benefit of the sponsorship. And so they're reducing the expenses of hosting the event.
Yep.
And so the ticket is mostly a charitable donation to the Children's Hospital, minus a little bit that will be in terms of the expenses and the costs associated for putting on the event.
Okay.
And so that means when you spend $75, you're going to get a charitable tax receipt from the Children's Hospital Foundation for a very significant amount. It won't be the total amount, but it'll be a very significant amount of that total.
Okay.
So it's a tax-deductible contribution to charity. And that's the most important thing we want to highlight, because the Children's Hospital Foundation does so much good work.
Yes.
And, I can tell you, there have been a few people that I know that have had the unfortunate experience of having their children develop a sickness and having to go through, Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
And the foundation does so much good work in making the environment at the hospital safe and not scary for small children.
For child friendly.
Yeah. So it's such an important organization run by a great individual named Stefano Grande. And we're really happy to support the Children's Hospital Foundation. They serve all people. It doesn't matter what community background you have. Hospital's a hospital.
Yeah.
And so people from the Indian community will benefit from
Yep.
that service as well.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
it's equally important that members of our community come out and support the foundation,
Yep.
come to our event, buy a ticket and do that. Another aspect is that we are recognizing a great individual named DJ Sanj, who over the past 3 decades has run a fantastic global enterprise around being a DJ and creating and producing music. Now, some might argue, well, he's an artist.
Yeah.
In my view, he's a businessman. And
course.
he's done extremely well. He's charted in the UK and India and around the world. And on top of that, now he's providing a lot of really wise advice in a very transparent and very, I would say, emotionally upfront podcast, where he's very honest about certain topics that impact members of the Indian diaspora in particular. So I think he's doing remarkable work, and he's helping a lot of people. So, he's someone I really believe deserves the recognition.
Yep.
And, we're proudly providing him with a Lifetime Achievement Award. So,
Wow.
so we're really excited about hosting DJ Sanj in Winnipeg. He's going to do one set just to play a few tunes for people's benefit at the very end of the event. And, it's going to be a great opportunity for people to come, meet each other, see the presentation, give money to the Children's Hospital Foundation, see DJ Sanj, and then if they choose to stay later, well, this becomes a party if they want to stay for that.
Absolutely.
But it's not necessarily part of the program, but it is there.
I can say, Romel, it's a complete package.
Absolutely.
It's a complete package.
Yeah.
To my viewers, I am going to definitely attend this event. Are you? Please let me know in the comment section, okay? So, Romel, this is regarding about your event. As you are aware, we have a very limited time in our hand. So I'm going to head it to wrap up this podcast with one question.
Yeah.
And the question is about the global reach. So how does this Indian-Canadian Business Professional Association connection not just within the Indian-Canadian community, but also with other cultural and professional network?
Yeah, well, that's a I think larger picture that we want to try to achieve is by becoming a strong organization in ourselves, by recognizing people from our community who have done awesome things, have achieved remarkable things in their professional life, and who have contributed so much back to Canadian society or global society. For one, two, by giving back to charitable organizations, we lift the entire Indian diaspora up.
Yeah.
And I think that is really important to do, especially in today's day and age when there is a lot of misunderstanding about the Indian immigrant diaspora that has come to Canada.
Yep.
There's a lot of friction there. There's a lot of, unfortunate emotions being displayed against the Indian community.
Yep. Yep.
And I think it's our responsibility through this organization to show Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the world, that members of the Indian community are positive contributors.
Absolutely.
We care about our community.
Yes.
We want to give back. And I think that's how we make a difference and impact, the global community is by uplifting all Indians by our actions.
Actually, that's a really good cause. And as I said previously, it's a complete package. It's a complete package because we are covering not only the business professional, but we are actually looking over the impact on community, networking, opportunities, and each and everything. So one single message to my and your viewers who's going to watch this podcast very soon.
One last message?
Yes.
Oh, well, please come and buy tickets. I'll make sure that we have the link available in the podcast comments so that you can click on the link and buy tickets. We want everyone to come down and support the Children's Hospital Foundation, recognize DJ Sand, come meet everybody. We need to get to know each other.
Yes.
And, let's make a difference in our community and let's uplift the Indian diaspora. I'm very excited about it. And I hope everyone else out there watching is too.
Yes, definitely. They are going to be very excited. So, Romel, because my viewers and your viewers going to watch this podcast, do you have a couple of words for my podcast? Because my podcast theme also like a Indo-Canadian NRI's podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think it's important that we support, Indian podcasters like yourself.
Yes.
And I can attest to the range of topics that you've covered, I think are important for members of our diaspora and beyond.
Yes.
I think that it's necessary to close the communication and the gap of understanding that may exist between the broader community and the Indian community.
Yeah.
And this is just one of the ways people have a chance to get to know our community, our values, some of the struggles that are occurring within it. And so, I highly recommend people check out all your podcasts. You're doing great work, Priyanka, and, I'm honored to be one of your guests.
Thank you so much for these beautiful words. And yes, viewers, did you hear Romel's voice and the words? It's a review, okay? So please do watch my podcast. And honestly, Romel, thank you so much. It's a privilege to sit in front of you and giving me this opportunity to conduct this podcast for this occasion. Honestly, and to my viewers, if you really enjoy this podcast, please let me know your answers in the comment section. Your like, your subscribe, every single thing is matter for me. And yes, special thanks to Mr. Kanishud because we are sitting in his restaurant. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Boujee Restaurant, right?
That's right.
Okay. So see you on October 10th very soon. Okay. But until then, we will definitely meet for the next podcast with a different topic. But until then, take care. Bye. Stay motivated. Stay hungry. And yes, stay dreaming. Bye.